All right, it's been a while. It's currently June 12th, 2025, I believe. I think it's been maybe 2-3 weeks since I last filmed one of these, and it's for good reason. So, some of the things I've talked about in some of these last videos is kind of the process that I've been going through. Figuring out that I wanted to build a school community and trying to change my niche from talking about X monetization to talking about more general content about how to grow on social media. And basically what happened is I had this realization several weeks ago that basically if I was going to build a school community, that there was no reason to wait. I think in one of these last videos, I made some comment about how I didn't feel quite ready to build a school community because I wanted to wait and see more of what my audience wanted, or basically it was just an excuse to procrastinate actually doing it. And so there was a video I was watching, I think it was a Q&A live stream with Max Pearson, and he was talking about, someone asked him a question that was should you build the school community first and then a YouTube channel, or the YouTube channel first and then the school community? And he basically just said to do them both at the same time. And then in more things that I've been watching and listening to, and just even from my own experience with online business, I just kind of realized that it doesn't really help me to just keep doing all this research about school and trying to get the perfect offer before I even start and all this kind of stuff. So I decided to just create the community and kind of promote it as I go, and then I can even use the members who do join my community to improve the community. So my main hang up was that, I felt like my course that I'm building to put in the community had to be ready before I launched the community. But what I kind of realized is that actually is not the case. I can launch the community and then build and promote and get feedback as I go. And so that's what I've done. I decided to start my school community, and basically what I did is I made a list of all the tasks I would need to complete in order for my school community to be up and running full blast, basically. So planning out my course, naming the community, starting the community, adding the course material to my community. What else? Creating a video sales letter and graphics and templates for the community. Getting members, writing my about page for the community. All these kind of things. I just made a big long list of them. And then I set a deadline for myself of July 1st to launch the community. And so when I set that goal, it was, I think it was the end of May. So I was giving myself 4 weeks and some change to basically do a ton of work. And this was something that I was kind of, when I decided I was going to build a school community, I was that'd be something cool to do down the line. Maybe I'll launch that later this year. But basically I just threw that all out the window, and I'm why am I just procrastinating this and taking my sweet time with this? I'm setting myself a deadline. It's in about a month, and I'm going to write out everything I need to do. And then I'm just going to sprint like an absolute madman and try and get everything done before July 1st. And then basically by doing that, it's going to I'm doing like 3 or 4 months of work in 1 month. And I think that's going to be much better for me in the long run, because I'm building and I'm improving as I go. It's hard to just do all the research and get it perfect the first time. The best way to build something and to, make it awesome is to build, launch, get feedback, tweak, build some more, launch it again, get more feedback. So that's a method I've taken. And even throughout this process, like, I was planning to not even create my Skool community until, right before July 1st and then launch it. But then I just had this realization of like, why? Like, why am I putting this off? Like, just do it. And so I wrote my about page. Basically, I have a Skool community up and running and there's 5 members in there. So a lot has happened since the last video. But yeah, the community is up and it's running. There's 5 members in there. I filmed the first module of my course and that is live in there. And then I'm currently in the final planning stages of the second module, which I'm hoping to film and upload to my community this weekend. And then basically what I did is, I figured it would probably be pretty hard to get people to join my community and pay to join my community if there was no one in it. And so I'm doing a special launch offer where the first 100 people to join my community get free lifetime access. And essentially what that allows is it allows people to get into my community, and it will allow them to go through the course and leave me feedback. And then when, once my course is all filmed and done and put in there, then, they can give me feedback, but also that way, like, basically when someone comes to my about page and they're thinking about joining my community, they're probably going to be more likely to pay the $19 a month, which is what I'm going to start at. They're going to be more willing to pay that if there's already 100 people in the community. It's kind of some social proof. There's already people in here, it must be worth it. But then also, the whole purpose of joining a community is for there to actually be a community. Like, sure, there's going to be the course and the training materials, and I'm going to do like weekly Q&As and monthly workshops and stuff like that. But a big reason why I'm hoping people will join is for the people. And so I got to get people in there for them to get that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. The community's built. There's 5 people in there. There's 1 module of my course in there. The second one's almost done, and yeah, it's been crazy. Like, I've learned a lot through this process of, like, I've even said in the past, like, don't do all the research, like, just get started and then adjust before, or just adjust as you go, or I've said stuff like that, but then I realized I was not following my own advice. So yeah, that's where we're at with Skool. We are running, baby. Just got to keep getting more people in there. So I just barely announced the community. I first announced it to my email list. I believe that was on Saturday. All right, you're in my hand. Oh, sorry, let me turn this down. You're in my hands now because my phone just overheated while I was filming. So hopefully if I hold it, that'll help. But anyways, I was just saying, I just announced my community to my email list on Saturday. And then I added it to my YouTube about page, I believe on Saturday as well. And so it's currently Thursday now. So and I got like my first, My first member I think was on Sunday, and then maybe another one on Sunday, and then I got my next one on Monday. So I got, a bunch really quickly, and then I think I don't remember when I got my other one, but they've kind of slowly been trickling in. Oh, now I'm getting a call. All right, we are all over the place in this one, but what was I just saying? So basically the members have kind of started trickling in since I added it, or I sent out an email to my email list, and then I also added the link to my YouTube About page. And my gut tells me that most of these people that are joining my community are coming straight from the YouTube About page, and then just joining from there. So we'll see how that goes. Things have kind of slowed down over the last few days. I haven't seen anyone join in a few days, but I generally upload on Saturdays, and so it's kind of expected. There's a little bit of a kind of a views dip before they go back up on Saturday when I upload, but yeah, that's where we're at. That's where we're at with school. 5 members. Well, 5 including me. Technically it's 4 members. And then as far as the YouTube channel, the one video that I've uploaded since I changed my niche, it's called How to Make Money on Social Media in 2025 Full Guide. And that video is doing really well. It was kind of gradually gaining views, and then it hit 1,000 views last week. And it's like once it hit 1,000 views, it kind of hockey sticked a little bit. Like it picked up a lot more traction. People probably trusted the video a little more since it had over 1,000 views, and then it's kind of taken off, and it's already gotten like 200 more views in just the last week. So kind of my strategy of targeting search traffic in order to bring in the new audience that I want, and then that allowing me to target more browse based terms later seems to be paying off. That being said, it has felt a little slow with most of my other videos. None of them have hit more than 500 views, so we'll see. The video I've got coming out this weekend is titled very similar to this one that's got over 1,000 views, in hopes that we can capture some of that search traffic. But still, the majority of my views are coming from videos about X monetization. And I don't know that I really expected this. Like, I have my most viewed video, it's got like over 40,000 views. That one consistently gets over 200 views every day. And then I have 2 to 3 other videos about growing on X and X monetization that get about 100 views a day. And I don't think I really expected those videos to keep getting as much traction as they are. And so it's kind of made me question whether it was the right move to go so broad. But I'm holding true to my principles. One of the things that I've been teaching in my videos is to make sure that your niche is evergreen, and tying your niche to a specific platform can be risky, because if the platform goes away, X in particular has had quite a bit of interesting stuff going on since Elon took over. And so I don't know that I really want to tie myself to one specific platform. And so while it is tempting for me to see everything that's working and change my strategy again, I'm not letting myself. I'm going to keep staying true to what I changed to. It's only been maybe 2.5 months since I completely changed course, and it's great that those views are still getting traction, or it's great that those videos are still getting traction, but I really think that long term, it's going to serve me better to target a slightly more broad audience with my niche. So it's kind of a niche is kind of a weird thing. Like, yes, you want to niche down as far as possible, but then I've also been burned by like basing my niche on a trend or on something I can't control. And so I'm trying to base it on something that's a little more evergreen. So we'll see how that continues to go. Like, if it's still 6 months from now and the X videos, the Twitter videos are still doing the best, and like my new videos still aren't getting traction, then I'm gonna have to have some real thinking, some interesting conversations with myself. But for now, I'm sticking to it. More broad, just targeting social media in general. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. School community is in the process of being built. It's been totally crazy. And then on YouTube, one other thing I'll actually say here is it's kind of been weird because I've had to almost put YouTube on the back burner a little bit. Like, I'm still making videos and still trying to get views there, but the majority of my focus, I feel like, has been on building the school community. And so we'll see how this goes, how my channel does, where kind of my attention is split. But my hope is that once the course is all built out and in there, my hope is that I can shift more of my focus towards the YouTube videos and getting traffic to my school community. And then, you know, it'll be the pendulum swinging back and forth of optimizing this, optimizing that, you know, as I scale up. But that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, YouTube plus school. That's the roadmap. Can't think of anything else I want to say, but thanks for tuning in. Hopefully it won't be another 2 to 3 weeks before I upload again, but like I've said about in these videos in the past, I want these to be as helpful as possible and unscripted, raw, tell you exactly what I'm thinking, but I don't want them to prevent me from doing the work that actually matters. And so it's been a crazy month, you know, going all in, sprinting to try and get this school community put together. So these videos have kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit, but glad I could do this one. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and see you in the next one.